Detectives don't like mysteries, but this is a case of a brutal murder where things just don't make sense. Who would torture a defenceless 77-year-old woman, bludgeon her to death, and then take only her handbag?
My mother was quite a fragile elderly lady. She was just a very quiet, peace-loving person. Last time I saw Mummy was her 77th birthday, and we had a little party for her with a cake, and she felt frail. And I gave her a hug goodbye.
Mrs. Edmonds was my former employer, and she lived in the cottage on the estate, and my daily routine would be to go in and see her, have a chat in the morning, see what's going on, and take her 2 dogs for a walk.
Hello, girls. Morning, Mrs. E. Only me.
As you see, they're ready to go.
Very good. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm fine. So it's a bit cold for me.
I know,
it doesn't do my old hips any good, you know.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, it's good for the shoot.
Absolutely. I'll soon warm up. Don't worry. OK.
Yes.
Well, I'll see you later, Mrs. E. Take
see you
care.
later.
Bye-bye.
Right.
Come on, girls. Come on. Come on, girls. Come on. Come on, Daisy. Good girl. Good girl. Come on.
I've known Mrs. E for over 20 years. I've been coming to her house to do her hair for about 17 years.
Oh, Sue, I've just remembered it was your mum's birthday yesterday, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. She was 70.
70? Oh, she's quite young, not an old bat like me.
Oh, I said you look 10 years younger.
You're flattering me. You know I'm not.
We were talking about my mum because it was my mother's birthday the day before, so we, you know, and just generally chit-chatting like we, you know, normally do.
Oh, right, yes, that's lovely. Oh, thank you. Yes, you always do it so well.
After I said goodbye, packed my stuff in the car, drove out of the gate, closed the gate, and off I went to my next lady.
I just got back and had a cup of tea, and Harry, Mrs. E's son, had called me, rather concerned that lights were still off in the cottage, and he couldn't raise her on the phone.
Hello, Harry.
Hi, Ian. Thanks for coming round.
It's all right. Oh, that's odd. It's locked. I wonder why that is.
Give me the torch and I'll try around the back.
OK, I'll try and open up here.
Put the lights on, and Mrs. E was face down on the floor, a huge pool of blood around her. I went over and checked her pulse, and she was cold to touch.
Police emergency.
My mother had lying on the floor in the kitchen, and it looks to me as if she's been hit over the head. She looks as if she's dead. This is a murder.
Police in Hampshire have launched a murder inquiry after the body of a 77-year-old woman was found at a house near Winchester.
She'd been killed by 3 blows to the head with a rolling pin. She also had stab wounds to her neck, torso and back. It's difficult to work these out. They weren't deep enough to kill her outright, but they would have caused great pain. The only thing that seems to have been taken is Georgina's handbag, yet £30 cash seems to have been ignored. Bizarrely, the killer locked the door and took the key with them. Ten days after Georgina's murder, her phone was found here, across the riverbank, damaged. It had clearly been thrown by the killer. If you look on the map, Fig Tree Cottage is here, we're currently here, and the phone was found here. On the night of Georgina's murder, somebody attempted to use her cash card at the ATM machine at Twyford Road, Eastleigh. And what's significant is you see the towpath leads down to Eastleigh Town Centre. That suggests to me that the killer had local knowledge. He clearly didn't want anyone to know who he was. He tried the pin once, When it didn't work, he didn't hang around. Earlier that day, a man was seen here on the bridge, yards from Georgina's cottage. Now, was it the same jacket and the same guy seen at the cash point later? And we need to know about a man seen very close to Georgina's home. We couldn't find anything buried here, so what on earth was he doing? And more importantly, who is he?
How someone can actually do that to someone that old, that frail, kind and gentle. I mean, you could have pushed her over with a feather, you know, and at the end of the day, she didn't deserve to die like that.
When I heard what had happened, what had really happened to Mummy, I felt as though something had died inside me. That something really precious had gone out of my life, and I'll never have it again.